Alright there mate, how you doing? It's Speed here. It's crazy to think this game is over 10 years old now, but ever since its release, it has consistently remained one of my favourite games. One of the reasons being all of the amazing levels this game has. This actually might be the hardest list I've had to order yet, as there were so many levels I considered and so many amazing levels had to be cut. This list is based on how fun and memorable they are to me and my personal experiences with them. So with that said, let's go! Puzzle Playing Galaxy was one heck of a way to kick off World 2, and it's easily one of the most memorable galaxies in the game. Some of my favourite parts include the surprise refight with Big Bad Bugaboom using the Cloud Flower instead of the Bee Mushroom, backflip spinning to skip this section outright, and trying to outrun all of the Saw Blades. Even if this section is really easy, I still find it thrilling outrunning all of them. Also, this galaxy seems to really like its coins, because this area is coins galore, which is also home to this crazy purple comet mission. But being honest mate, the best part of this galaxy is the music. This is definitely one of the game's more memorable themes. As a whole, I think the second Galaxy game has a stronger lineup of levels compared to the first game, with a lot more variety. A lot of my favourite levels in the game used Yoshi, who was honestly a blast to use. Yoshi Star Galaxy is essentially the tutorial level for Yoshi, and I'd say it did its job pretty well whilst being a lot of fun at the same time. The first star lets you get the hang of basic movement with Yoshi whilst eating your enemies alive. And the second star focuses more on spitting enemies out, including the boss, which feels like a fitting conclusion to the galaxy, even if the pillock laughs his head off like a complete idiot, leaving himself wide open. Some later galaxies used Yoshi better in my opinion, which I'll get into later, but he was always fun to play as. Bowser Jr. levels in the sequel were a massive improvement from the Bowser Jr. levels in the first Galaxy, which usually consisted of just a couple of areas before the boss fight. I think the sequel had the more interesting Bowser Jr. levels, especially the last one of the bunch. Kicking off with an area where the boss you destroyed in the last Bowser Jr. Galaxy is still active, and then mainly focusing on shooting yourself at these targets. But really, the reason this galaxy is on the list is the boss fight at the end. The Cloud power-up is one of my favourite power-ups in the game, allowing you to create platforms. The boss has a really nice difficulty curve, the music is amazing, and it's satisfying as heck to ground pound the thing. And hey, you can go at it again in the Daredevil Comet, which even has its unique poison planet. Nice. Post-game of Super Mario Galaxy 2 is admittedly not the greatest. Seriously, some of the galaxies in World S are just fucking planets from the first game. But the unique galaxies were a load of fun. It's very similar to the gimmick present in Flip Swap Galaxy, but now you'll instead be using spins to control these platforms that come out of the walls to progress. It's definitely one of the harder galaxies in the game, as one mistake can be very costly, especially at this section where you have to long jump to outrun, or I guess out-jump, the spikes. And that only gets worse in probably the hardest comet in the game aside from the perfect run, where those cosmic bastards come after you as well. Good luck, mate. One of the best additions with Yoshi was his new power-ups, and one of my favourites has to be the Blimp Fruit. The first star made great use of this. On the first planet, you'll need it to climb this tree. The second planet has you needing it to find the star chips, and the final planet has you using it to maneuver through these thorny flowers. The level's really well designed around the Blimp Fruit. The second star is also a load of fun. I've always loved a good remix of the slide theme from Super Mario 64, and you'll have to be constantly avoiding all of the enemies and pits en route down to the end. To be honest, this is probably one of the more memorable galaxies in the game because of that slide alone. And hey, if you want a challenge on that slide, there's the Purple Comet mission as well. Have fun, mate! Hoodie Bloom Galaxy is 99% 2D, with the only 3D section being this secret star area, which can be gone in like 20 seconds. But the normal stars are blast to get. Honestly, I think this 2D level is better than most of the levels from the 2D games, especially when you have the bee mushroom. I love this power-up, giving you temporary flight and allowing you to stand on weaker platforms and bounce off these fruits. My favourite section has to be the bit at the end though, because everything in that area wants you murdered, with these platforms even trying to eat you alive if you stay on them for too long. Now I know how Shy Guys feel. Amazing power-up, amazing level design. Favourite 2D level in the series? Mate, it's up there. One of the best galaxies in the original was Freeze Flame Galaxy, hands down, for how well it mixed the lava and ice themes. But it doesn't mix them as well as Shiverburn in my opinion. Honestly, you could call this whole galaxy Freeze Flame 2.0. Ice levels are often very hit or miss for me, but the Galaxy games have some of my favourites because of the ice skating's controls. They're practically faultless. So whether it's all the platforming over the lava, or skating past enemies, it's a fun time throughout, even in the Comet Star. Not to mention the Secret Star, which you'll probably get by the skin of your teeth first time round. Possibly.
New record!
Oh yeah, and the boss with Prince Picante is one of the best in the game, because of the ice skating and the fact that he never really gives you a break. A cool conclusion to a cool galaxy. Hey again, Yoshi. Back with a dash fruit this time, eh, mate? Now right off the back, there's a remix of the athletic theme from Super Mario World, so that's awesome. The whole galaxy is designed around you running up walls using the dash fruit, which could potentially lead you to an old penguin. Seriously, how the hell did you get up here, mate? But because you're always dashing around with Yoshi, it's a thrill ride throughout, especially in the comic with meteors constantly getting in your way. There's also this secret, not so secret-ish planet with the silver stars as well, but that's just alright. The rest of the galaxy though, freaking amazing. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck! Right in the fucking head, no! Grandmaster Galaxy is essentially a best of everything both of the Galaxy games have to offer, even including some of their best songs. You'll be swinging with my mate Yoshi again, avoiding bullet bills and spikes, outrunning sentry beams, navigating this electric maze with the Cloud Flower, have fun getting through this part, shit. One of the few times this game really uses pull stars all that much, and try not to get hit by all of the pros at the end, shit, again. It's a lot of fun. So how would you like to go through all of that in one go, without checkpoints and without taking a hit? Jesus Christ, this star's insane, which makes it all the more satisfying to beat it. Seriously, the feeling of beating the stage is incredible. I was honestly considering extending this list to a top 15, there were so many great levels, so I'm gonna list a few honourable mentions here. Sky Station Galaxy for being a fun opening level, Flip Swap Galaxy because I like trying to beat the level without spinning once, Right Side Down Galaxy for having great 2D and 3D sections, Fluffy Bluff Galaxy for being a great introduction to the Cloud Flower, Hoodie Halls Galaxy for being probably my favourite ghost level in the series, Starshine Beach Galaxy for its wide open areas, Space Storm Galaxy just for being a really fun level, and finally, Slimy Spring Galaxy for its underwater shell swimming. I said in the beginning of this video that this was very hard to order, but number 1 was easy. The main problem I had with Bowser's Galaxy Reactor is that I never really used the new power-ups. Aside from the Rock Mushroom, they're all here. You got the Spin Drill whilst evading Banzai Pills, this 2D section with the Cloud Flower, well, unless you want to use that shortcut, and now running the Crushing Walls with the dash through. It always felt satisfying to complete a section because of the power-ups. And with that godlike music, yeah, I know the Galaxy games have amazing soundtracks, but this is definitely up there as one of its greatest. Favourite final level ever? Mate, I sure think so. Which is why the Timed Comet, whilst it doesn't have the same wow factor as the first level, it's still a really fun time to go through. And honestly, that first level in this galaxy is one of my favourite levels in general. Thanks for watching the video, mate. I'll see you later.